It's the truth, man, the future, you know. You had Stefon Diggs being found not guilty of this situation where he was accused of assaulting and choking strangulation of his living female chef who back he was blowing out, right? Now, the jurors deliberated. It only took 90 minutes. You've had jurors deliberate for hours, days. It took 90 minutes. What does that say? It says this woman was trying to line Stefon Diggs up. This woman lied and tried to put a charge on a nigga. I believe her getting on that stand exposed the prosecutor's case, exposed her from the fake crime when asked. So what happened in that room? Hold on. Whenever you see these women do all that, ain't no tears coming out. They full of shit. She got caught being deceptive on the stand. Ma'am, why did you delete messages after showing the police? You didn't know they can subpoena your phone company and get those messages that you thought you deleted. Why did you delete it calling him pussy? And I'm going to ruin her life, whoever you was talking about. Why you delete that? Because, you know, my life relationship where I was being abused. Judge said, Jury, don't take anything she just said, bypass that. When a judge got to keep stopping a witness, not only a witness, but the victim. She's the victim. She's the star witness for the prosecutor. When a judge is constantly stopping you, telling the jurors, do not use what she just said when it's time to deliberate, a bunch of times, meaning you're not answering questions, you're being difficult, you're trying to be slick, you're trying to do different things. That's bad. That's bad, right? So you got up there after you said Stefon Diggs allegedly smacked you and strangled you. You had time to give this nigga a gift you bought for his birthday. Which one of you ladies still thinking about a gift you done bought a nigga after he done whipped your ass? Which one of y'all still think about this? Yeah, because, you know, I always get him a gift on his birthday. Which one of y'all think about that? Are most women thinking about giving you that gift? Or are most women probably going to keep that gift, rip it up, do something to that gift, say, F you, I ain't giving you this gift, and get up out of there? Nah, ain't what she did. She was hanging around. She wanted to still stay there. Nigga done choked you, strangled you, whipped your ass, but you want to stay there. He had to basically kick you out his house. You like, man, I don't want nobody staying in my house. You gonna have to find somewhere to go. You like, but I ain't had no money. I ain't know where I was going. You gonna have to get. All because you wanted to go on this trip. Let me give my hypothesis on this, because remember, when I did this story, as soon as I seen the video and seen her getting caught up, I was like, this shit's looking shaky. As soon as I seen the video they had of her allegedly, right after she supposedly got smacked or strangled, she over there dancing, giggling. I said, this is looking like the smoking gun for the defense. Then you right here, after you said what happened, that you. Boy, get out of here. Them folks came back like, she's not credible. She was already deceptive, trying to delete text messages. She got up there fake crying. She kept trying to finesse and not answer the direct questions. She like over here dancing after it happened. But like I was saying, they probably seen what I seen. Started putting two and two together. Two and two together. You was already messing with Stefon Diggs. Him being the freaky nigga he is, he like, hey, shorty can cook and I can bust it down. Why not just make her my chef? I get to eat good and bust it down. Everything was good. Everything was good till Stefon Diggs got with Cardi B. Now he got a girl. Cardi B so slow and green, all he gotta do is tell Cardi B, that my chef. Oh yeah, that is okay. That my chef. And she over there playing Cardi B all close. Cause when he canceled the trip that I thought I was gonna go on, I had already had stuff planned for me and Cardi B to go. We was gonna go shopping for dresses and stuff. Laying down with that woman's man, but you go shopping and plans like that. Plans for dresses. So Stefon Diggs basically knew you was a troublemaker because Stefon Diggs was also smashing his assistant. This is why, because that was the person she couldn't get along with. That she was probably saying, I'm gonna ruin her life. Like, she was getting into it with his assistant. He busting both of them down after he kicked her out. Guess who house he sent her to? She took the flight to in New York. His assistant, the one she don't get along with, because he busting both of them down. After he basically said, yeah, y'all doing too much. You ain't coming on this trip, but the assistant's gonna be there and Cardi B gonna be there. She feeling like, oh, for real, nigga. I can't come on the trip, but them bitches can. You know I wanna go to Miami. So I believe that's how all that shit started. Next thing you know, she's claiming now he owes her. He like, man, I paid you. Because I'm like, dog, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense that a nigga ain't gonna pay. That's little money to him, the money he owe her. This don't make no sense. I said this from the jump. I ain't even need to know what was going on. Soon as they said his female living chef with a BBL, he smashing. It wasn't really that hard to figure out. Nigga smashing. If you know anything about Stefon Diggs, you know anything about him. So I'm like, yeah, something ain't right. It had to have been a falling out with that. Shorty was upset. He was kicking under the curve. She couldn't go on that trip. She ain't know how to handle it. Then she tried to put a charge on the brother. Man was found out guilty. 90 minutes it took to deliberate. The man basically got released from an NFL team because of this woman lying on him. Now, hopefully somebody would pick him up. You know what I'm saying? You can accuse Stefon Diggs of a lot of things, of him being a freak nigga and him being this and that, but the man was innocent in this situation. You got a so-called queen trying to get a nigga locked up. Cause he doing him. You knew he slinging pipe. Sling pipe left and right. Nigga sling so much pipe, his own teammates picked him as the nigga they want their sister today, and they wasn't in a group coming together to discuss this. They was going around asking niggas one at a time, and every single nigga in the locker room, soon as they asked them, who on your team when you won your sister today? What? Stefon Diggs. That's easy work. Who on this team you want your sister today? What? Stefon Diggs. But you couldn't handle Stefon not allowing you to go on that trip, so you got to get a brother locked up. But let me read, this article on the joint. Stefon Diggs found not guilty of attacking private chef A Boston area jury found former New England Patriots receiver Stefon Diggs not guilty Tuesday of all the criminal charges brought against him, after a former chef working for the player told law enforcement he had tried to choke her following a fight about money she was owed. Diggs had been charged with 1 count of felony strangulation or suffocation and 1 count of misdemeanor assault and battery. The Boston Globe reported that the Dedham District Court jury reached its verdict after deliberating for under 2 hours following closing arguments early in the day. Local reporters in the courtroom signaled that a key moment in the 2-day trial came during the chef's testimony. Hey, look, I already knew it. She lost the case getting up there. Not credible at all. Getting up there, all that look. We hip to them fake crying you joints be doing. We hip. Out here crying, but ain't no tears coming out. Boston 25 News, which broke the story of the criminal charges back in December, reported that Diggs' defense lawyer asked the chef, Jamela Adams, "You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Diggs, don't you?" Adams replied that she had a workers' comp claim and was also exploring her civil options. "I bet you was, lady." The Associated Press reported that when further pressed about the $5.5 million demand from her lawyer, Adams didn't answer the question directly, saying, "I can't speak on that." You can't speak on that. But yeah, you trying to say some man done assaulted you. You see how this works? You see these joints? This legal team called several witnesses to the stand who testified that they saw Adams the day of the alleged assault or soon afterwards, and she seemed to act normal to them. Per the AP, the witnesses were also people who worked for Diggs, his chief of staff, his massage therapist, a nurse, and his hairstylist. And Diggs busting all of them down. I bet they did say she was acting normal. I bet they did. The hairstylist, Axia Charles, said she hung out with Adams in New York and she didn't see any injuries, per the Globe. Jurors also saw video of Adams laughing and dancing with friends in New York, and defense lawyers brought up that Adams went back to working for Diggs about a week later. Look at it. Went back working for a nigga that did all that. Boy, he joined something else. In his closing arguments, Assistant District Attorney Jude Ventura told jurors that Adams' behavior right afterwards did make sense, given the power imbalance between the two of them, and her words should not be discounted due to her not being a perfect witness. Hell, now that don't make no sense. Somebody done did that to you. You acting, dancing, laughing, then you go back to work for this same nigga. Like, stop, my nigga, stop. She was argumentative, avocative, difficult, but that does not mean you should throw away everything she said. No, he said, according to the AP, adding that jurors should give her testimony the attention, the scrutiny, the weight it deserves. Adams, the Globe said, left the courtroom after closing arguments. Diggs, now a free agent, didn't comment after the verdict. He didn't have to. A handful of his fans gathered outside the courthouse and they celebrated the news. One man who named his dog after Diggs, his dog going around humping everything, told Globe reporter Claire Thornton, "That's the best news because I'm his biggest fan." Damn. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That man done beat that joint, man. And shout out to Diggs for, taking that shit to trial. You know what I'm saying? That's when yeah, a nigga standing on business behind his image, Diggs, man, look, we gonna go to trial then, dog. We gonna go to trial then. Wasn't taking no plea, no nothing, man. When people are really innocent, it's hard for them to take a plea. It's hard for them to do that, right? That boy was like, man, shorty capping. I believe this jury was on point. I also believe if Tory Lanez had this same exact jury for that Megan Thee Stallion case, Tory Lanez messing around would have beat his charge. because plenty of witnesses, including Meg in the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion trial, their testimonies was shaky, like they was getting caught up, lying, not like it was shaky, right? But he still ended up losing that case. You know what I'm saying? His situation was different because a firearm was involved. So this woman already lost this joint. She's probably still going to try to do a civil thing, even though her civil case ain't gonna be as strong because, like, good luck with that, right? Good luck with that, lady. We already see what it is, man. These joints ain't got no problem lining a nigga up, man. Have y'all noticed? The nigga that work at Popeyes don't never get accused of nothing? Don't never get Me Too'd. The nigga that work at Walmart ain't been Me Too'd. The nigga that work at Papa John's ain't been Me Too yet. The nigga that work at UPS ain't been Me Too yet. If y'all noticed that, it's always a rich nigga getting Me Too'd and getting sued. Boy, they something else, man. Hey, good for him, man. I do believe somebody's going to pick Stefon Diggs up. I don't believe Stefon Diggs is the true number one receiver anymore, but I believe he can definitely be a good number two and a great number three. If Stefon Diggs is your number three receiver, then you are a Super Bowl caliber team, right? If your defense is okay, right? I believe a team can be a great team with him as their number two, right? I mean, he had 1,000 yards receiving last year. Who knows? Maybe the Patriots will pick him up, even though I believe the Patriots are about to get A.J. Brown from the Eagles in June. But, hey, good to see, these joints when they try to line a nigga up, man. The man's found not guilty, which means he's innocent of the crimes that he was charged with. I'm out.